Welcome back to another reaction. In today's video, we're going to be reacting to Bleacher Report's one new trade idea for every NBA team. And judging by the cover, it is LeBron and Jimmy Butler. So either LeBron is going to Miami in one of these trades, or Jimmy Butler is going to Los Angeles for one of these trades. But either way, if either of those things happen, it means we're going to be in for a very, very negative and just disgusted reaction because I do not foresee either of those two things happening. And if either of those two things do happen, then I'm going to be upset. But, anyways, let's get right into the video. First team up is the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young to the New Orleans Pelicans for Brandon Ingram. Ideally, this is a good trade, but that means Trae Young and CJ McCollum would be in a backcourt. Now, if you swapped Trae Young and Trae Young and DeJounte Murray in the deal, I do like that a lot better. But a backcourt of Trae Young and CJ McCollum is just not going to work in New Orleans. So that's why that won't work. Boston Celtics, Jaden Springer in the 30th pick to Chicago for Torrey Craig. Not a bad idea at all. Actually like that a lot. The Cavaliers, Mikal Bridges and Dennis Schroeder to Cleveland for Darius Garland. I do think Mikal Bridges has more value than just Darius Garland, but I do predict Mikal Bridges to end up in Cleveland or New York. And if this is the trade package New York has to compete with, then, well, New York is getting Mikal Bridges. I do expect him to go to the Cavs, though. Charlotte Hornets, Seth Curry to the Lakers for Jalen Hood, Shafino, whatever. Chicago Bulls, Nikola Vucevic and Alex Caruso to the Warriors for Wiggins, pick 52, and a 2026 first-round pick. Now, if you're giving up a first-round pick in exchange for Vucevic and Caruso, along with Wiggins, I just don't know what the Warriors would do this for. But it is the Chicago Bulls trade, but yeah, I don't like it. Vucevic is not a good fit on the Warriors. Caruso is, but I wouldn't be trading for Vucevic if I was the Warriors, especially if it cost Wiggins. Cavaliers, Jared Allen to the Pelicans for Dyson Daniels and Larry Nance Jr. and pick number 21. Do like that a lot for both sides. So this is probably the best trade I've seen so far. Jared Allen is a good fit in New Orleans. Jared Allen is probably he's the most tradable big man that's actually worth trading for, if that makes sense. Dallas Mavericks, Josh Green to the Brooklyn Nets for Dorian Finney-Smith. Full circle, huh? Love it. They need Dorian Finney-Smith. I mean, they look great right now, but add in Dorian Finney-Smith again, of course. Denver Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr. to the Raptors for Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynyk, pick number 31, and a future first. Not a bad idea. I just don't love it. I feel like if they were to get more of a scorer along with Bruce Brown and Olynyk, then it would be worthwhile. But I don't know. Michael Porter Jr., although he does have his awful moments like he did in Minnesota series, he is a good NBA player, and he is their third option on offense. Now, Aaron Gordon does have flashes where he's the third option, but when it comes down to it, you trust Michael Porter Jr.'s shooting ability more than Aaron Gordon just to score, and yeah, I don't know. But it's not a bad idea at all. The Pistons get Kuzma for Isaiah Stewart, Quentin Grimes, and pick number 25. I mean, whatever either of these teams do, they're not going to get much worse, so sure. The Warriors, Andrew Wiggins to the Raptors for Kelly Olynyk and Jalen McDaniels. I don't know why the Warriors would do that, so I'm not even going to talk about it. Houston Rockets, Dylan Brooks, Tari Eason, and the third pick to Portland in exchange for Jeremy Grant and pick number 14. It's honestly not a bad idea. I honestly don't see much wrong with this deal. I mean, it depends what the Blazers would do with pick number 3. If they take Clinigan at 3, then I like it. If not, then I don't know why you make that trade. Other than to get off the Grant contract, which makes sense. The Pacers, Jarris Walker and Isaiah Jackson to the Bulls for Caruso. If you add a future first, even though you don't have any, actually add a 2 second round picks to the Bulls return, and I actually like this a lot. It's honestly not a bad deal. Or just 1 second round pick, if we're being honest. The Clippers, Bones Highland to the Hornets for Seth Curry and pick number 42. Sure, whatever. Not good move for Bones Highland, though. Los Angeles Lakers, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, and Jalen Hood-Schifino, and 2 first-round picks for Jimmy Butler and Thomas Bryant. This makes no sense, because why would the Heat do this? You could get so much more from literally any other team interested in Jimmy Butler. The 76ers don't have any players on their roster right now, but they have a fair amount of draft capital to get a deal done, and this package is nowhere close to what. It's just stupid. And it honestly, if we're being honest, Lakers need 3-point scoring perimeter offense. And if I'm not mistaken, the Miami Heat's problem is that they don't have perimeter shot creation and shooting from their main scorer. And that's the problem in the finals, because Jimmy Butler, as great as he is in the playoffs, he cannot shoot the basketball consistently enough from range. So I don't know exactly why or how he would fit into a Lakers team, and him, LeBron, and AD would work. So that's more of just a Lakers fantasy trade, if we're being honest. The Grizzlies trade for John Collins. I'm not even going to read that package. Looks awful. I'm not even going to read it out loud. Just no. Miami Heat, Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson for Duncan Robinson and pick number 15. I actually had this in a trade prediction. Well, and kind of a rebuild thing that I did early on in this channel's history. I actually had this idea. I don't mind it, though, at all. It's actually a pretty good one. Milwaukee Bucks, Bobby Portis and Andre Jackson Jr. to the Warriors for Gary Payton 2, Moses Moody, and pick number 52 and a future second-round pick. This is actually a good trade. I like it. The Warriors get more size without having to give up floor spacing, and the Bucks get 2 good perimeter defenders and draft capital. I like it, actually. I like it a lot. Timberwolves, Naz Reid to the Pelicans for Dyson Daniels and Jordan Hawkins. Why in a million years would the Wolves do that? That's so stupid. New Orleans Pelicans, Brandon Ingram to the Pacers for Miles Turner, TJ McConnell, and number 36 pick. Why would they trade Miles Turner? That's just stupid. I wouldn't trade Miles Turner for Brandon Ingram. They don't need a third star. They got good role players. They just need to learn how to defend. Brandon Ingram does not help with that defense to the point that you would like. So that's just not a great idea trade. New York Knicks, Mitchell Robinson to the Warriors for the same package that the Bucks would have got. I don't like it for the Warriors, and I do not like it for the Knicks. Warriors need a floor spacing big. OKC Thunder, Josh Giddey and pick number 12 for the Anthony Simons. I mean, it's not terrible. I think you need to address the front court. If you need more size, Anthony Simons, their offense would be unguardable if they had Anthony Simons, but they'd still pose a big challenge of rebounding the basketball and being physically up for the challenge. So I question that, but if we look at it as a trade package, I mean, I honestly don't know why the Blazers would do it. Now that I'm thinking about it, you don't need another guard. So yeah, this trade is just a Thunder Fantasyland trade, because that's not realistic at all. Orlando Magic, Cole Anthony, Mo Wagner, Joe Ingles, pick 18 to Denver for MPJ. I like it. They do need shooting, and MPJ does provide it, but that's a little hefty of a package. And if you're the Nuggets, those aren't the type of players that fit in with the Nuggets system, if we're being honest. So not ideal. Pick number 16 to Golden State for Moses Moody to go to Philadelphia. Not a bad idea. Definitely an interesting move. Phoenix Suns, Damian Lee and pick number 22 for Marcus Sasser. If we're going to give up our draft pick for Marcus Sasser, then I really don't know what to say. Please don't do it. If you don't know, I am a Suns fan. Portland Trailblazers, Malcolm Brogdon to the Magic for Jet Howard, Joe Ingles, and pick number 18. I'm the Magic, I'm doing that in a heartbeat. I'm the Blazers. I don't really want Joe Ingles, but you might have to eat that contract. Sacramento Kings, Harrison Barnes, Kevin Huerter, Davion Mitchell, number 13 pick, a first-round pick in 2028, and a first-round pick in 2030. This is my favorite. I like this trade package more than I like the Lakers trade package for Butler, so I'm honestly say it's better. It's still not great though. So yeah. Now I would be reluctant to, but in all honesty, if you add Keegan Murray into this package and keep Harrison Barnes, then it looks like an actual realistic trade package that the Miami Heat might dabble with. San Antonio Spurs, Keldon Johnson, Malachi Branham, Zach Collins, Blake Wesley, the 4th pick, 8th pick, 2025 first-round pick, and a 2027 first-round pick to my Phoenix Suns for Devin Booker. I would honestly do this as a Suns fan. But as a realist and an idealist in the NBA, if I'm the Spurs, I have absolutely no idea why I'd try and accelerate this for Devin Booker. He's not a point guard, as we clearly can see with what's going on with the Suns. And you would just accelerate the process of your rebuild to a point that you really don't need to do. So I don't like that trade as somebody that wants to see a future where the Spurs are good. Toronto Raptors, Bruce Brown to the Warriors for Andrew Wiggins. Why is Andrew Wiggins in every trade? But, I mean, I know why, but still. I don't know. It's just like, I don't think Bruce Brown's a good fit on the Warriors. Utah Jazz, John Collins, the number 29 pick and 32nd pick to the Miami Heat for Duncan Robinson and Caleb Martin. The Heat aren't going to do that. I don't know why the Heat would do that. Washington Wizards, Kyle Kuzma and the number 26 pick to the Cavs for Jared Allen. Win-win trade. That's actually a good trade to end on. And yeah, that's all I got for y'all. It was definitely an interesting article, but it wasn't not what I was expecting. So yeah, y'all have a good one. Stay safe. Bye. Explore the channel too.